Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Scorpio. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for the end of June, which is the 26th through the 30th. So it's just 5 days, 2023. Energy is timeless, so anytime that you're seeing this, if the title or the message resonates in any way, then it's obviously meant for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit, but do understand that energies can be crisscrossed, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them. It's just a matter of balance. So that said, I'm doing this spread, this reading a little bit differently because normally I'll shuffle it on camera and everything. However, my camera went out after I was like going through to explain everything. And so what I'm doing, instead of redoing everything, I just left it as is, and I'm going to go through and explain the day by day. And the spread itself is something, I've done it a couple times, but I'm doing it like this time because it's not as long, you know, if I do 7 days versus 5. But anyway, so first off, this week we've got the first quarter moon on Monday. It's a good time to take action, cast spells to increase more of what you want in life. Also, like, you need to like feel what you want to change in your life, and then imagine what it would be like to have that change, even if it doesn't seem possible right now, right? You have to like place yourself within that energy for the universe to be able to respond and align itself to make it happen, right? So okay, so then on Wednesday is the moon in Scorpio, our sign Scorpio, because I'm Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Uranus, and then also Juno and Vesta. So I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. But we're water signs, and it's a great time to find motivation, personal power, take control, things like your finances, and deep talk. And then Friday, we have two things going on. The moon in Sagittarius, that's fire energy, about truth and visions, being honest, thinking big, long-term plans. And then it's also Neptune retrograde. And so that runs from June 30th through December 6th. So several months for the rest of the year, basically. But it rules, so Neptune rules illusion, dreams, and spirituality, and also dreaming. And when it's in retrograde, these influences and energies may disappear. And it'll bring you the feeling of reality, like it'll bring out that feeling of reality in the situation, like front and center. Like for those of us who kind of, especially if you've got like a lot of Pisces placements, no offense to them or anything, but like for those of us who like to really dream big and are kind of dreamy and head in the clouds, and which isn't always a bad thing, but like, I hate to say it because it really sucks, because I'm kind of sort of one of those people, but it's it'll just make things harder, especially like for psychics and tarot readers and people like that you know, think creatively, and I hope not, but it's just the energy is going to shift, right? And things will become super uber realistic right in front of your face. Very 3D energy, okay? So that said, on Sunday, the moon moves into Capricorn, and that's earth energy, focusing on career, decluttering, reprioritizing, and cutting out anything that's excess. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, the stone for the week is moonstone. Also, burn a gold candle and focus on manifesting abundance. So it's a good money manifestation. Okay, great. So the first card that I pulled was we started out with the Chakra Insight Oracle, and then I laid out all of the cards for each of the days. We're doing a finance and career, love, like love and relationships. This includes family and platonic, like friendships as well. And then overall life, and it's just like overall life, right, for the week. And then we finished it off with the Divine Energy Oracle. So the card that I pulled for the Chakra Insight Oracle was number 35, Creativity. And that's about imagination, expression, originality, and passion. So I feel like this is a big part of like what we're going to be focusing on. It'll be like a big theme of the next 5 days to the end of June. underneath the deck was possessions. So this talks about belongings, finances, assets, and treasure. So I know, like, for me personally, and I'm sure that there's a lot of other Scorpios like this, also 7 is one of my lucky numbers. People say that we're really possessive about things and people, but it's, for me personally, it's not so much people. I kind of have the mindset of, live and let live. Everybody can do their own thing. You're in charge of you. But when it comes to my possessions, having somebody borrow something and not give it back, theft, having somebody steal something from me, even worse. So, and I mean, it doesn't even have to be like an actual physical item. It could be like your time or just your energy. There are energy vampires. It's a real thing, and it's so frustrating. So anyway, that's it's a big theme. And so, yeah, one of the things, what was I talking about in here, where it's like a good time to look at your finances on Wednesday with the moon in Scorpio. I think that's going to be a big theme for us. Finances and assets for sure. So Wednesday. Okay, so let's get into the tarot, and I also have the Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle in here as well. But so for Monday the 26th, we've got the 3 of Cups, which is awesome. It's all about celebration. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is amazing. Actually, I should do it this way. We've got the Haya of Earth, which is the Page of Pentacles, and then we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So 2 money signs and a celebration water sign. Then we have the Warrior for the Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle. What this is telling me is there's some kind of happiness, some kind of joy, some kind of celebration around a partnership with the 3 of Pentacles. And if it's not I feel like somebody's going to be getting good news about something that's going to make them really happy. Somebody could be getting a message in love, or a message that they will love, but it's going to be around some kind of partnership, some kind of celebration. It'll make somebody completely happy. So, somebody may be getting like a job offer, or and then going and celebrating it with somebody. And the Warrior comes in because I feel like, Scorpio, we've been I just noticed 7-7 too right there. I see another one right here. So 777. And as I say this, that's amazing, because I'm sitting here thinking like jackpot, lottery, like we're finally like getting our work and finances and stuff in alignment. So, and money's coming in. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune underneath the deck. Oh, I should have said that too. So underneath the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Like, can we get any better than that? This is underneath the deck is what is like the underlying energy, or what you don't see coming. So we're talking like big happinesses, big fortunate changes right now that's going to bring in a lot of happiness, and potentially even a new relationship of some sort. So, I mean, that's what we're ultimately looking at. And so on Monday, I feel like you've been a warrior in taking the steps to get here. And this is, now that you're here, it doesn't end. Like, and I hate saying that, but it's just, it's not going to end for us. Once you get to a certain like echelon of hierarchy or responsibility, it just layers on more responsibility. Now, the key is to delegate and know how to handle it and balance it all out. But that said, you've been a warrior to get to this point, right? You've got wisdom, you've got understanding, judgment, experience, mercy. Like, it's a been there, done that type of energy. And it's like, you deserve this. You really do. So take it as it resonates. Now, Tuesday, the 27th, we've got the King of Cups. Now, this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. It's masculine energy, but you could be a female in your King of Cups energy, okay? So take it as it resonates. Now, the King of Cups, obviously, he's a king. He's a ruler. He's master of his empire, right? But He rules with emotion and is very compassionate, loving, great family guy. But he can sometimes not be logical. And I'm not saying he's not wise or anything like that, but it's just like he rules with his heart and compassion, and you can kind of win him over just to win his emotions and feelings. Now, he also can be like completely manipulative and conniving if he needs to be by playing with people's emotions. So there's that too, but that's if he's like, on the reverse side. Then we have the Four of Air and the Five of Cups. So the Four of Air is in regards to taking, it's so air energy, it's swords energy, and those are all about communication. And the Four of Air is talking about taking some time to rest. It's like taking a mental break, some R&R. Because I feel like you've been sad about something, or they're like, whether it's sad or even stressed out, crying over spilled milk, worrying about something that happened in the past. But what you need to do is rest so that you can focus on the future. And it's just basically saying you really need this day of rest and to treat yourself like a king or queen, right? But be careful of your pride and ego, because that's what this card is. Now, I know that, I think June has been, it has been the whole month of Pride or whatever. And sure, we can say that that's what this means, but that's not what this means. This is actually talking about your ego, not going too far over it. Don't go overboard. Sure, take a day of rest, but, don't be overly dramatic about it or expect the royal treatment if it's not within the cards, so to speak, right? It's a day to lay low and just relax at a good pace, but take care of yourself without the pride, without the ego. And I just heard maybe somebody has a hurt ego or hurt their pride and they need to give it a rest. So there's that too. Now, I also want to say energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and reversed. If we have cross-watchers watching here, that could be them. Take that into consideration. This isn't always about you, Scorpio. Kidding, I'm a Scorpio, so. All right, so Wednesday, the 28th, we've got the Wounded Warrior, which is the Nine of Wands, Nine of Fire. We've got the Three of Water, celebration again. Six of Swords, I like it. That talks about smooth communication, going from choppy waters to calmer waters. And then the Court. I need to read the book on this one and see what that actually means. So believe it or not, I know he looks like all forlorn and beat up and everything, but I really like the Wounded Warrior. He's wise. He's been through the trenches. He's been, in the ups and downs and ins, the outs. He's flowed through it, right? He's fire energy, very passionate about what he does. And this could be passion and love. This can also be passion. I mean, this is work, career, finance, technically. But he feels like he's been, all through it. But what he's gained during this entire time is all kinds of wisdom and experience. He makes a hell of a leader. And he's tired. He's so tired, which is, why I feel like you needed that day of rest, But at the same time, the nines are right there, almost at completion. You just need one more wand to be able to put down the burdens, take another rest, and start a new anything else, right? So he's just really there. But this is very present energy. I don't feel like it's really bad. I mean, he looks like bloodied and beaten, but it just means you've been through it, you've been through the gauntlet. But there's a celebration to be said behind it. So that's why I feel like this is more like celebration of leadership, celebration because you've been through it, celebrating, how skilled you are, and, taking value on the fact that even though you may be in a rough place right now or feel like you've been through a rough place, what you gained because of this is definitely something to celebrate, right? You should be proud of yourself and communicate that, and I think people will be communicating that to you too. It's like a two-way street is what I'm feeling. But Six of Swords is just smoother communication. You'll be able to talk to somebody or people just in general a lot easier, because now you're feeling more confident, you're feeling better about where you're at, you have something to celebrate it. So let's see what the court is. I do want to know what that specific message is about. Sorry if I hit the camera there. So what you do is not entirely free of constraints. So that's the wounded warrior energy for sure. You must recognize the right of others to question your actions, and you may have to justify yourself to them. But you also have the right to demand a fair examination of the facts, and you can refer them to higher authority if necessary. Possible meanings: legal action, a court case, judgment, referral to superior authority, a decision that has to be made when the evidence is weighed, a clear, balanced approach, the need to examine the facts. So some of you could be dealing with a court case. This has been a resonating theme in a lot of the Scorpio messages for a while now. So if you are involved in some kind of court case, I see there are reason to be ready to celebrate. And now this completely makes sense, actually. Especially work, career, finance, especially if it's work related or something like that. Yeah, you've been through the ups, the downs. You feel like, but you're almost to the end of it, but you're just tired. You feel beaten and bruised and battered, but you're almost done. There's going to be something to celebrate. It's the Three of Cups. You'll be happy. And then also communication. You're going to be able to move from rough waters to calmer waters. I feel like this is the end of it. You might be getting even news of some kind of judgment. I like that. I like it a lot. Then on Thursday, the 29th, we've got the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Cups. You guys, I love this so much. And then the Servant. I feel like, if I can remember correctly, the Servant talks about just living up to your higher purpose and being on your life path and where you're supposed to be, but serving your purpose. But we're going to also check the book for that one. So Four of Pentacles is talking about, savings, finances, making sure that and are in alignment with what you have and what's in order. It's the balance, the give and take of money. Money goes in, what is that saying? Money goes as money flows or something like that. But it's like to me, through me, and back again. You have to be able to balance it out. Now the Hierophant, this talks about a ruler, it could be a judge, it could be somebody with higher authority, and this is somebody who people honor and look up to, and it's also Taurus energy, but this is like love. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. And it's also cacao, which is chocolate, so there might be that involved as well. Make yourself like a chocolate mocha or something like that. But then overall, we've got the Nine of Cups, and this is wishes fulfilled. And it's interesting because the Hierophant is also a highly religious card, very spiritual, and talking about like the servant, like I'm hearing like servant of God, right? Because that's what a Hierophant is. I feel like you're going to be getting good news about some kind of judgment. I'm looking at this treasure chest that she's jumping out of, like a really good ruling about something, good news about something. And it could be money related. It'll make you extremely happy. Let's see what the Servant says. You can never work in isolation. There's always a source for your directives and a recipient for their output. Where do you stand in the chain of command? Are you giving fair service, and are you handling your domain responsibly? So a change of employment or a new project, an employment issue in which you need to go beyond regulations and consider what is really just, an opportunity to give service, a flood of new impressions to be processed. So if this is like a new project, I see it being extremely like fruitful, like you're going to be extremely happy about it. This could have been, because it's talking a lot about like work and service. I feel like if you are in some kind of a court ruling and you're getting some kind of a judgment, this is saying like, if you were a good servant, if you did everything that you were supposed to do, you will be coming into this this Nine of Cups. Like, it's going to be granted to you by a Hierophant or somebody with authority, with power. And it has to do with your pentacles, money, saving, finances, maybe missing money, money that was owed to you. Yeah. I feel like Friday's looking, or Thursday's looking really good. But then we've got Friday. And it wouldn't be a Scorpio read with a, like, record scratch, you know, some kind of, like, dun dun dun. But overall, I keep on looking at the overall, which is Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, Super Happiness, and Ace of Cups. So let's take a look at this. Let's dive in. So for work, career, finance, we have the Magician. And I feel like this is somebody who just freaking mastered something. Like, I feel like so good when I hold this card. Like, I'm like, talk to the hand, right? Because the face ain't listening or something like that. But this is how, so the Magician is, you know, a little bit of a trickster, but also somebody who obviously practices magic. It doesn't have to be black magic. If it were in reverse, it'd maybe be that way, but this came up upright. So anyway, somebody just mastered something. They just completely, like, flipped the switch. They stunned everybody. They pulled something out of a hat. And everybody's like, how the hell did that just happen? Where did that come from? And this is our energy for Friday, for work, career, finance. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune is all about. And I feel like the Ten of Cups as well. This I love, okay? Then we've got, for love, we've got the King of Wands. Now that's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, or they could have it just somewhere in their charts. But this is like your Don Juan. This is like your now, he could be like a boss or a CEO, someone like really good in business, right? But also this is like somebody who's highly attractive. Could be a king of their empire, a boss of their own, self-employed even, right? If he's married, he's a passionate lover. If he's not married, he's got, you know, lots of options. So this could be good, but then right behind that, we've got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about sneakiness, deceit, liar, thief, cheater. And it's like with the work, career, finance, this feels good on its own. But then you pair it with this, and I feel like you might want to be careful about anybody that's coming into your world, anybody that's coming into your life, especially if you do or have or had just come into some type of new finance, money, something like that. Just, I feel like I want to separate these, but also we don't trust anybody, Scorpio. So we also need to think, we're like chess players. We think a couple steps ahead. That said, this still gives me worry. Like, you got to be, if you've got like this King of Wands, anybody new or old in your life, be aware. Now, if this is separate, you still may have this King of Wands in your life. And if so, and if it's good for you, then good for you. Okay. But there's still going to be this energy lurking around us on Friday. I feel like there's going to be this energy of theft, deceit, thievery, scrupulous behavior behind this. Seems like something is happening, and this is telling you to be aware of that, okay? Because it's the Seven of Swords, like underneath the full moon. Like somebody could have gotten away with something, whether that's you or the other party. I feel like it's the other party. But let's read the Treasury, because I hope it's not somebody trying to steal what your ruling is, right? What I'm feeling there. Okay, the Treasury. You're in a position where you have a wealth of... Okay, never mind. You are in a position where you have a wealth of resources at your disposal. You're gathering more into your treasury, and you need to decide how long to hold that current wealth for and when to spend and disperse it again. But instead of just counting up your riches, ponder on the dazzling display that they make and on the inner meaning of such wealth. Possible meanings: a cornucopia of riches, y'all. The resources that you need are available. Good fortune, plenty of money, a position looking after resources or wealth of others, working with exotic rich materials, finding hidden treasures. All I gotta say is be careful of the Seven of Swords energy. Okay? Because I feel like you're coming into a lot of something. You really are. But now there's going to be these people. Thieves. Sneaky snakes. People that just want to be around you because of your money. Be careful about that. You could have somebody like that coming in. And that's on Friday. Okay, we're already at 25 minutes, so I want to get through this real quick. Underneath the deck, we have Man of Blood, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, and Ace of Cups. Let me see what Man of Blood means. Because I think I've looked at that once. So your pride in your achievements may be justified, but check that it is not also limiting you. So this is talking about like the pride over here as well, okay? It's saying check your ego, because especially if you're coming into a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, you can't be like flashing it all around town. You can't be, chatting it up with just anybody, because then that will attract all these thieves, people that want to take it from you. If you talk about your success too much, people will stop listening to you. Try to be confident in your own self-worth without looking for ways to boost it all the time. But don't indulge in doubt because other people may be relying on you. So possible meanings: family matters, parents and children, a blood tie, pride, genetics, biology, bloodline, stock breeding, an injury to be healed, acknowledgement of success, award, or prize. You guys, I love this. I seriously love this. Okay, so, this is great. Then I pulled for the Divine Energy Oracle, live life to the fullest. This totally makes sense. And then underneath the deck, face your shadow. So this is talking about doing the work, doing the shadow work. Also, putting your pride and ego aside and knowing when to do that and when to keep your mouth shut and all of that, right? But it's in order to know that, you have to do your work and realize what it takes. Just be humble, be grateful. And that's the big thing. Anything that you receive now, be grateful and give gratitude back to the universe, whether it's through donations, whether it's through charity work, whether it's through philanthropy of any sort, depending on how much you get or whatever. But make sure you take care of your stuff and do it in a responsible, grateful manner so that you take care of everything that you need to first before you indulge, okay? But speaking of indulge, also live life to the fullest. I feel like some of us are going to be getting more money than we know what to do with, okay? So be smart about it. Be very smart about it and smart about how you talk about it, because otherwise, again, you can attract the wrong kind of energy and the wrong kind of people, and you don't want that. But Scorpio, that is what I have for you for the end of June. This is freaking amazing. So if this resonates at all and gave you any clarity, insight, or answers, please make sure to drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button now so you can follow me for future content. And I really do appreciate, reading for y'all. I really do. This is some of my favorite work, honestly. And I know it's like 30 minutes of your time, sometimes every single week, right? So thank you so much for being here. I look forward to reading for you again. As you know, it's together we grow. If you want to dive down deeper into this reading or want to get one of your own, I would love to work with you. All you have to do is connect with me. I have all of that information in the description below. If you'd like to drop a tip or a donation, I've got all of those links and that information below as well. But I look forward to reading for you again, and I will see you again next week or in another video. Take care this week. Congratulations, and have a good one. Peace, Scorpio.